Good morning, everybody. So, hope everybody is doing really good. And today we'll be presenting about the project preserving rare plant species by measuring toxicity. So, this is the project that we are doing for the course Internet of Things. So, before I start explaining to you about the project that we're going to do, first let me introduce my team members. So, my team members are Krishnakant, Abhishek, myself Abhishek, Amartya, Venu Madhav, and Monit Reddy. So we are doing this project under the very proficient mentorship of our faculty, Rajshekar Babu, Dr. Rajshekar Babu. So let us get into about what our project is all about. So before starting about discussing about a project, the application of a project and all that, so let me give a brief introduction about what IoT is all about. So IoT is the network of physical devices, vehicles, home applications, and other items embedded with electronics, sensors, actuators, and network connectivity, which enables these objects to connect and exchange data. So this is very self-explanatory about what IoT does. So Internet of Things is something which is used nowadays in a very wide spectrum to connect things, physical things or human beings, and extract the data from them, use it, store the data using cloud or other systems that are present, and use them for analysis and various other applications, wide range of applications that IoT has. So that's the main theme of the project. Like we'll be working, our project is based on Internet of Things. So yeah, so now moving on. So you can see on the screen that what's the importance of the project, what's the importance of this application of a project. So let me read this out. So preserving plants which are endangered, and also for the growth of plants which cannot be grown in a particular region. So our project is going to focus mainly on preserving plants which are very endangered in nature, and very self-explanatory again. When there's an endangered plant, there's need for special concern for them. So this project is going to help or is going to provide the system or platform for having a specialized care for these plants so that they have a healthy growth. The second thing, we are going to use Arduino kits, sensors, and Wi-Fi modules will be used in this project, which will reduce the complexity and increase the efficiency. So what we mean here is that this is a very like 10 on 10 IoT project, because we are using all the elements that's key for carrying out an IoT project: the Arduino kit, sensors, and Wi-Fi modules. So why do we do this? In order to reduce the complexity and increase the efficiency. Maybe there are ways across the world to preserve endangered plant species already, but the complexity and the efficiency in which these systems work in preserving the endangered plant species are not that, or not to the power, or like not to the mark. So we are embarking, so our application is going to embark on this module, on this thing, that we'll be focusing more on reducing the complexity and increasing the efficiency, and also making it more cost efficient so that everybody can get to use it and preserve these endangered plant species. So like number of endangered plant species in the Red Book, which has been increasing rapidly over the years. So this application will help in controlling that, by giving the specialized care these endangered plant species require, which people are not able to provide, or like the environment is not able to provide, because a lot of changes that is happening because of pollutions and all that thing that's happening. So that's what the major applications of our project. So next, moving on, the problem statement. So our problem statement is very simple and straightforward. So it's to develop a working model and a system that takes care of the rare plant species by measuring the toxicity, and also address various other problems detrimental in plant growth by making use of Internet of Things. So here we are, like I told you, like we will be giving specialized care to these endangered plant species, and the number of endangered plant species are increased drastically over the years. So that's the need to take care of these endangered plant species. If not, then the generations, the future generations are not going to witness that, and it's going to affect our ecosystem in a very bad way. So that's the need for that's the need for protecting these plant species, because the environment, the people are not able to provide it because of the various other problems or which is happening across the pollution level, the global warming and all that. So now in this project, while we take care of the plants, we have a lot of features that is involved in our system, but the major feature is develop a working model which will measure the toxicity of the plants, the area in which the plants are growing, and also like monitor that so that the health growth of the plant can be better, and drastically better. I mean, like drastically better. That's because toxicity plays a very key role in deciding the growth of a plant. So that's something which we are like mostly focusing, our focus area is on toxicity of plants. And that we have other features which I'll be covering over the course of this presentation, like sensing the temperature and having a system to identify where there's a problem and all that, to help the endangered plant species have a very good growth. So now next, moving on to the other slide, which is the objectives. So this is basically about how what's our objectives, like how we are going to go about with our projects. So first, we're going to study the various sensors and related technologies. So that means like we are going to go our way out and do the research, do the literature survey required to have an adequate knowledge on the sensors and related technology. Why? Because as I told, we want to make a system, reduce the complexity of system, make it efficient, and that's going to happen only when we have good knowledge of sensors, because like sensors range from like $100 and goes still to like lakhs of rupees. So that's going to happen. Like in order to reduce, we have to reduce the cost of sensors, and that's going to happen only when you have like a thorough literature survey or review about the kind of sensors that are available in the market and the sensors that we can use for this particular system or project that you're working on. So next, moving on to the design methodology for toxicity detection. So there may be number of methods for detecting toxicity, or so our aim is to focus on like not focus but to get to know all these methods and available methods, so that we know like how people go about with measuring the toxicity of plants, but also improve upon them. If there's a method which is good enough that we can use for a project, not just go with the method but improve on that method so that we can have better results. Then to develop a low-cost sensor-based controllers for toxicity detection. So like I told already, our main aim of the project is to reduce the complexity and to make it more efficient. So, and I spoke about it in the first page, where we are going to study a various sensor related technology, and that's exactly what it is over here. That why we do that is to make it very cost efficient. And next, to deploy a centralized supervising monitor system for plant conservation. So here is where like we are going to blend in all the toxicity that we are going to measure with other features that we are going to add on in order to monitor the growth of plant, so that if there is something which is not going good in terms of the toxicity or in terms of the growth of plants due to the temperature or other factors, then we can go and supervise the plants and give them the care they require. So that's why. So that's how we are going to go and proceed about the project. So now moving on, finally the conclusion. So it's very simple. So at the end of project, what we are going to do, and that's simple, that we are going to develop a working model for preservation of endangered plant species. So especially for plants like Rudraksha. Why we choose Rudraksha here? Because one of our member who in his locality he has this endangered plant Rudraksha, and he knows the kind of systems that they have in place, and it's very complex, and the amount of money spent is huge. So that's when the idea sparked in for him to have a system where we can take care not just Rudraksha plant but other endangered plants, in order to like have a good growth for them, at the same time make it very cheap reduce the complexity and be very efficient in what we're doing. So, and we couldn't find a better way